What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another
Jessica's Ratchet Prison Cooking Show.
Today's episode of Jessica's Ratchet Prison Cooking Show, we're going to be making birthday cake. Now, there are so many different recipes for birthday cake in prison. This is the one that I used to do. There's a couple of different variations that I have sitting here, and I'm going to walk you guys through all of that. If this is the first video you're seeing of me, sometimes I make laid-back prison videos, but I am in no way glorifying prison. Today's video is just a lighthearted one to show you guys how we made prison cake. I also have a Jessica's Ratchet Prison Cooking Show playlist, and that is linked in the description box down below. And for those of you that do not know, our podcast is finally out. That is also in the description box down below. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, the ingredients are cookies, sugar, Kool-Aid, M&Ms, water, honey buns, soda. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to do, we're gonna take our honey buns. Now really, these should have white frosting on the top of them and they should be bigger, but I'm gonna do like a mini version. So we're just gonna put the honey buns on top of each other. Throw that on the floor. It's fine. I told you this whole room is a mess. So we have 2 honey buns on a plate and we are going to transform this into birthday cake. So we're gonna set that aside. We are going to have to separate sandwich cookies about 20. If you're gonna do like a mini cake, you're gonna have to separate 20 of the sandwich cookies. Now I just decided to go ahead and use a food processor to grind all of that up to save us a little bit of time because there's a lot of different components to this cake. And I'm also gonna show you guys how to make candy. So, ooh, it's gonna be fire. So, separate your sandwich cookies, put them in a food processor and save some time. Now, as you guys know, if you've been watching Jessica's Ratchet Prison Cooking Show for a while, I usually like sit here and grind them all up. So we don't have time for that today because I have to record a podcast after this. So we have to get this thing going. So this is just the ground up cookies and I did separate the yellow from, see these are yellow. The sandwich cookies that I got are yellow and chocolate, and I separated the yellow and I ground up the yellow side only. So I made sure to save the frosting. That is important later. But right now, we're gonna take our ground up cookies. I know this looks super weird and it's not something that I would enjoy cooking a lot, but it is pretty tasty. It's just very, very sweet, like every other dessert you're gonna have in prison is. So, you know, we don't carb count over here, but if you are worried about your diet or you're worried about your sugar intake, maybe pass on this one. And also don't cook anything I've ever made if you're worried about salt. So this is just water. Gotta be easy with the water and be careful and just do a little bit by a little bit. And I'm just gonna take it and just kind of mush it all together so that it gets nice and combined. Now, I don't measure anything, so I don't know how much water I just put in there. I just know from memory what the texture should look like. I know that's not helpful when you're trying to show people how to do a recipe, but I just know, like, when I am cooking my prison burritos, I know the texture that it should be. I just remember, so. So see, it's kind of like I'm trying to zoom in on it quickly. It's kind of like a crumble. That's not what you want. So I'm gonna add a little bit more water. I'll show you guys the texture that we need here. It always makes me nervous. So it's better to start slowly and then incorporate more water as you go. We kind of want it to be in the texture of dough because I'm going to use this as fondant, kind of. So you'll see. It's kind of looking like that right now. So it is kind of getting in the texture of fondant, which is what we want. Okay. So now I'm gonna flatten it out. Now we have to be really careful. So naturally I'm gonna rip the bag apart because we don't want to break it. And get our little honey buns over here. You just gotta hope that it holds together. So mine broke, but it's all right. We're gonna mush it. Okay, so I totally forgot because it's been a really long time since I made this. You are gonna wanna put frosting in between the honey buns, and as I was putting the cookie fondant, as I was putting the cookie thing over the top of it, I realized that I didn't put frosting in between the honey buns. So you're gonna wanna put frosting in between them. I can't believe I forgot that, but it's just been a long time. Okay, so we're gonna make our frosting right now, and the frosting is in between the cookies. We took that frosting out. I separated them off camera because, you know, just for time's sake. But I'm gonna take the sandwich cookie frosting, a little bit of strawberry soda, or water, any kind of liquid, but I want mine to be pink, So I'm going to mix the soda and the sandwich cookie filling, and I'll be right back. So I just added a little bit of water to it because the consistency wasn't what we wanted it to be. The reason why I added some pink soda is because I want the color to be pink, but I would just use pink Kool-Aid if I was in jail. I need all of the pink Kool-Aid for something else, for the candies that we're gonna put on top of it. Otherwise, I would just use this, but yeah. I will say that it's a million times easier to buy a birthday cake, but when you're separating the cream from the cookies, if they're not yellow, if they're not just all yellow or vanilla Oreos, you're gonna have a little bit of the chocolate cookie in there, so it's not gonna look super beautiful, but we're in jail today, so. So this is what our frosting is looking like. It just looks like regular pink frosting. And I'm going to pour the pink frosting all over this. I did save a little bit in the container. Who said a jailhouse cake can't be cute? Everyone. Anyway, so I'm just gonna kind of try to hide our cookie underneath it. So now we're gonna make prison candy, and I'm gonna put it around the cake. I'm not gonna put it on the cake today. So how do you make prison candy? Hot sauce. I know. You're like, what the hell? I know. We are going to take Kool-Aid. We're gonna take some Kool-Aid. We are gonna take some sugar. And we're gonna take hot sauce. A few drops of hot sauce. I know, this looks crazy, I know. And this takes some time to work it together. Now, cookies come in this little plastic container. I would put it in the container and make different shapes, like a heart or whatever I wanted to make. So, just for the sake of time, I'm just gonna put it on the plate in the shape of a heart. Now, the reason why I'm doing it this way is just so that I can save time, but it is going to set, and I'm just gonna leave it in the fridge for a couple of hours. Okay, so I'm gonna take some M&Ms, and I threw them in the food processor and grinded them all up. But before I add that to the top, I wanna let you guys know there's so many different recipes. So I could make I just did a peanut butter chocolate cake, but taking the honey buns and making a peanut butter icing and doing chocolate and peanut butter and M&Ms over the top of this is also another recipe, but I wanted to do something different today. Okay, so I have some M&Ms that I grinded up in the food processor. Okay, I'm just gonna put red M&Ms all around the outside. It's starting to look so gross because the frosting is like all weird and pink. Maybe I shouldn't have done it with the soda because it is starting to separate a little bit. So I'm gonna take the ones that I grinded up in the food processor, and I was gonna put them in the middle and see how that looked. I don't want any of like the big chunks. I just want the shell of the M&M. So it looks kind of cool, like sprinkles. But I don't want like the big chunks, you know, just to be sprinkles. I'm so glad that I'm in the free world now and I don't have to eat this for my birthday. I can get like a regular cake like a normal person. Okay, just because I like literally cannot stand how the icing is looking right now, I'm just gonna put our sprinkles all over the cake. I forget what kind of candy the sriracha and the sugar is supposed to replicate. Maybe not Mike Ike's. Like the red candies that are kind of spicy. That's what it's supposed to represent. All right, you guys, so the cake has really only been chilling for like 20 minutes in the freezer, but we're so busy today. So this is what it looks like. It looks weird. Now, there is supposed to be frosting in between the honey buns, but your girl forgot. So Reese is here to do the official taste test. Come on.
Boy.
Don't look at the floor, don't look at the ingredients.
I feel like this is
our tradition.
This is my taste testing sweater too. I'm always in the same crap. Like that Kill It shirt that made like 5 video appearances. Okay.
No, it made like a bunch of Instagram posts.
Oh yeah, I made a bunch of Instagram posts.
Don't dissect it.
Okay.
I'm nervous because there's no frosting in between them.
I mean, it's honey buns, so it's good.
Let's kind of show them what the inside looks like. Yeah. There should be like sprinkles in the middle and frosting in the middle. I totally forgot.
Okay. All right, let's get some here. Here we go.
Get some. She says nervously.
So I kind of get into it.
Yeah.
Chewing.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Is it good?
Very good, man. If I was in prison and it was my birthday, and I was feeling bad about being in prison on my birthday, and you made this for me.
And there was extra frosting.
Extra frosting.
Well, if we were in prison together, we wouldn't be making birthday cake. But yeah.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good.
But more frosting in the middle, probably.
More frosting in the middle, but I mean, the honey bun stack is awesome. Yeah, get a little M&M with it. Yeah, it's on point for sure. Now
I want you to try the candies. I haven't made these candies in a while, and I think I was supposed to add a little bit of water to it. Okay. It's been a minute, so try the candy sugar.
Woo. That's tart.
What's that? Not good.
What is that?
It is Kool-Aid sriracha. It's Kool-Aid sriracha and sugar.
Woo! Man.
Not good.
I think I'm gonna pass on the candy.
I need to perfect the candy recipe. I do have other ones, and that'll be another Jessica's Ratchet cooking show.
This pig's pretty good.
He's going back for a second bite. You never go back for a second bite.
I mean, who doesn't want a second bite of a honey bun? All right, yeah, it's good.
Okay, let me try a bite. Let's see.
I'm pretty good.
Is it pretty good?
Pretty good. The first, you gotta give it a couple chews.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Get some.
A lot of the work is done for us because of the honey bun. You know.
Correct.
It's really good.
It's really good. Have another layer of frosting. I said it. You could. I mean, you can polish this up a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's still good. Like it's, I stepped on the M&M. Got one in my toe.
I dropped some.
Yep. Okay. All right. I gotta go to Home Depot.
He's turning into a dad, like officially. He was like, he knows his credit score off the bat. You know, he's like, oh, that's some good mulch.
It's like those commercials, you know.
He filled out the census.
Yeah.
He's being a responsible adult.
Defense wins championships, man.
If it's a free shirt, what am I gonna do? Not wear it?
All right, later, I'm going.
Bye, Dad.
Bye.
For those new to my channel, he's not my dad. He's my boyfriend. Real quick, I have to interject here. I made the candy again, and it looks like this. I just didn't add water before, and so I just wanted to redeem myself with the candy. So what you do is you mix water, sugar, Kool-Aid, and hot sauce, and then you leave it, like just put it in the fridge or something overnight, and you're gonna get like this sugary candy. And some people make, they make lollipops like this, so. I mean, I remember this being way better in jail, if I'm being honest. But it's a little bit spicy and it has the sugar too, so I don't know. If you make that, you just gotta get the ratios right. If you put too much hot sauce, it will kill your taste buds. If you put too much Kool-Aid, it'll be too sour. So, you know, it's probably 5 out of 10 stars. All right, you guys, I really hope you enjoyed this episode of Jessica's Ratchet Prison Cooking Show. If you decide to recreate this, go easy with the sriracha when you're doing the candy. Add a little bit of water to it, and it'll be like that tart, sugary, kind of a little bit of hint of spice. I definitely needed to put a little bit of water in it. And if you do make the cake, put an extra layer of frosting in between the honey buns. But that's it for today's video. As always, I love you guys. Stay safe, stay sober, do not break the law. You can make this in the free world, and I will see you in my next one. I'm just gonna sit here and eat this all day. Oh my God. I don't really like honey buns, but this shit is good. I can literally feel myself getting cavities right now. It's not stopping me though. It's so good.